So we are on the website Pixlr, Pixlr. We will scroll down and choose Pixlr Editor, Launch Web App. Now, here we're given a couple options. We will choose Create a New Image. And for this demo, we will make a square. So right now the width is 800. We will change the height to 800. Depending on what size you want for this project, you can adjust that in there, but for this, we'll choose a square 800 by 800, and that gives us a perfect square. Now, a couple things. This is our project window right here. This is our tools right here. This is our navigator. That is our layers. This is our history. If you accidentally X out of one of those windows, you simply go to the View tab and choose Navigator, Layers, or History, whichever one. We clicked out of Layers, and it pops right back up. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and add your Washington, D.C. picture. So we're going to go to Layer, Open Image as Layer, and then we will scroll down to find those pictures, wherever you have put them. And it has added it as a new layer. So I'm going to double click layer 1 in my layers window to rename it DC picture. And then I'm just going to click in the gray space here and it renames it. But now we need to add your silhouette. So we will go back up to layer, open image as layer, navigate to your silhouette photo, double click it to add it in. So I'm going to rename that layer 2 to just say me picture, whatever you want to. I always like renaming them. And I'm simply going to click out. So you want to make sure that your me picture is highlighted. We're going to go up to edit. Since this picture is kind of overflowing the workspace, we're going to go up to edit and free transform, and it puts blue dots around the corner. We're simply going to press the shift key while holding that down and dragging down. Now if I let go of the shift, this is what happens. Okay, so if you make a mistake, you can just go back up and it'll say, do you want to apply these changes? Click no. And then you can try it again. Edit, free transform. Now, don't worry about that. That's our bell system here. There we go. Tricky, tricky. And I'm going to center that up. I'm just taking that center dot with the untitled project. That looks like about right. And then I'm going to hit enter. And so now I have 3 layers. I have my background, my DC picture, and me. I'm going to keep me selected. All right, I'm now going to go over to the tool area and choose the wand tool. My tolerance is set to 21. And I'm going to click on the black portion of the silhouette. And it adds these little, I don't know, ants marching. I don't know what you call it. But adds a little ants marching. And I'm going to hit delete. So it has deleted that top layer that was selected. And it is now showing the layer that's underneath. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up to edit and deselect all. That gets rid of those ants marching. And then I'm going to choose the brush tool. And then down here, I'm going to click this, and I'm going to choose what color I want. So with the inside, I'm going to take it all the way up to choose white. This shows you what color you have. Click OK. I'm going to increase my brush size to about 100. And while making sure I'm on the top layer, the me layer, I am now going to paint over. Oh, but look, I accidentally colored over my nose. Simply go up to edit and undo. Edit, undo, and you can try it again. Maybe go a little slower around those parts. Alright. Yep. And then I'm going to go over here. There you go. But if you notice, the picture doesn't cover the top of my head right there. So what I'm now going to do is click on my DC picture. I'm going to go back to my tools, but I'm going to choose the Move tool. And my DC picture's highlighted. Now watch. I can move this wherever I want. So I'm going to get it to where it covers my head and it doesn't cover my neck. So what I can do is I can go back up to Edit, Free Transform, and I'm going to hold down the Shift key and I'm going to drag it down. And that'll just make it a little larger, and I can do it on whatever side I want. Right there. Enter. But I still have those little areas up there. No problem. Go to your top layer, the Me Picture layer. Go to your brush and simply color it in. I'm going to go around all the edges there just to make sure. Now, you may not want this background to be white. You can paint it black by simply going over here to the Paint Bucket tool and choose our black color from the center there. Choose black, click OK, and simply don't worry about those names there. Those are announcements. Gosh. Okay. Then I can go back to my brush and simply just kind of touch up any little area. And now we have our silhouette with our DC picture in the background with that. And if you want to, you can stop there because that looks good. Or you can add your name to it, which you would click the text and just type in Todd Mitchell. Don't know who that is. And then, but it doesn't show up. Change the color to white. Inside, diamond, choose white. Maybe you can move that box up there. Font, you can choose, whatever your teacher allows you to. I'll go there. And then I'm going to use the Move tool. And I can move it wherever I want. And if you want to take it a step further, you can go back over. And when you added the text layer, it added a new layer there. So I'm going to go to the Me picture. Don't worry about those. 3, 4, 5. You can right-click, Layer Styles, drag it over. I'm going to click on Outer Glow, click on the text Outer Glow, and now I can choose the color. Maybe I want the Crusader Blue. And hardness, I'm going to take up to a 10. And the size, you can do just a little bit. You don't need to do anything crazy. But I'll keep it there at like 8. Click OK. So there's your silhouette with your black background with your name. To save it, you go to File, Save. And then the format should be JPEG. Click on OK. And I would save as your first, last name, and save it to whatever folder your teacher wants you to, and click on Save. Voila, there you go.